Is there a difference between way of doing something and way to do something? Is there a difference between way of doing something and way to do something? It is on purpose that I did not write a way of doing something, or the way of doing something and a way to do something, or the way to do something, because I feel this is where the answer lies. Michael Swan's Practical English Usage, 3rd edition, page 607, reads, after way, meaning method/manner, we can use an infinitive structure or of ing. There is no important difference between the two structures. There is no way to prove of proving that he was stealing. I, on the other hand, think there must be a difference, however slight.
My impression is that the way of doing tends to be descriptive, i.e., a description of the current state or practice of doing something, whereas the way to do something is prescriptive. There tends to be an insinuation that the listener had better do it that way. This is the way to do it equals do it this way. This is the way of doing it equals this is how we do it. You are welcome to try another. Apart from that, the phrase of doing it may be the only option when way is qualified by a possessive, my, your, or by a demonstrative adjective, this, that.
I agree that the Swan's no important difference seems to imply that there might be a minor difference. The Collins Co-Build English Usage, P765, on the other hand, is categorical. You can talk about a way of doing something or a way to do it. There is no difference in meaning. Continues. Note that if you use a possessive with way, you must use of and an ing form after it. You do not use a to infinitive. They are part of the author's way of telling his story.
The way itself is a metaphor here, indicating aspects and concepts of continuity or progression. Basically, this shows that our conception of time is mostly derived from our conception of progression and thus, of space. Considering the two cases in point, I would like to suggest that this continuous aspect of information is emphasized when we use way of doing it. Therefore, this way of coding information is more likely to occur in a descriptive or instructional context. It might also be experienced as less authoritarian and more cooperative than any way to do it. The way to do it might as well be encountered in an instructional setting, but exudes more authority with respect to doing it the right way, distinguishing that specific one from others more strongly than the way of doing it, where the definite article will tend to draw readers' attention towards a process rather than towards a choice. An indefinite article would, conversely, in both cases suggest alternatives. Any way to do would, however, most likely not be descriptive while referring to aspects of progression or continuity, would it? Rather, it might refer to an isolated aspect of a process, if any process at all will be necessary, since these ways are not conceptualized as metaphorical journeys, but as logical gateways. Thus, any way to do it will tend to be result-oriented instead of process-oriented, won't it? This URL.
Why must there be a difference, however slight? It is a difference of grammatical structure, it may be a rhythmic difference, it may be the individual preference of the writer what he prefers, but the meaning is the same.
I've been reading a passage about cryptology. The author used several times the way of doing STH and near the end once a way to do. That made me look up on the internet if there's a difference between the two structures. The previous answers didn't help me at all to make out the difference. Then I read again the passage. It's from a student's book of an English course, and I'm quite sure I've done the times when he used the way of doing referred to the past, while when used the way to do referred to the present future. For example, he speaks about the ways of sending hidden messages used in the past and a way to send hidden messages, meaning if you want to, now or in the future. So my opinion is the way of doing means the ways which have used. The way to do means if you want to do STH, this is a way to do.
If what you want them, he sends it like he is suspended.